Oh my goodness. Morning, people, morning. So I shared that channel. I think what is it, Storytime with Lauren, and she is just getting so many subscribers. I'm so happy for her. I don't know her, but because I like the direction she's going with what she's doing. Again, she's putting together all those little stories these people are doing in that presentation style of like who the F did I marry and whatever. If you know that series, that's off of I think it's on. Is it on ID or Lifetime? It's one of them. Anyway, I am loving these stories. Y'all know I love me a good story and a good storyteller. Oh my gosh, you know. And I like anything that's pretty much broken down and presented in a way that captures me and have me focus on what they're saying. But I just want to remark about her story. And this is who the hell did I dated? Who the hell did I? Which should have been date from Facebook, the Facebook swindler, right? I am trying to figure out in what planet or on what planet would you think that a guy that you just met or you met on a dating app or you meet in a club or whatever, on what planet would you think that you should be giving him money, buying him teas, all this kind of crazy stuff this girl did? And not only when you just met him, but period. When does this go? And see, here's the thing, and I'm trying to tell you, your people picking process, right? It applies to your environment as well. It applies to everything. Okay, your picking process, and you can add whatever behind it. Because had she not been on Facebook, dealing with these type of dudes, whatever. And I used to talk bad about um, dating apps and things of that nature. The first thing I call you is desperate. Okay. Um, because I mean, like, why can't you meet somebody face to face in your own town, right? You know. So, but I laid off of that. Because the girl that came by Christmas, she had met a couple guys off that damn thing. She, one of them did turn out to be a bust, but the other one, she ended up marrying him and sneaking out of Jacksonville, uh, in between my cries and shit. I told you, yeah, I mean, I know y'all don't believe it, but I get, I form an attachment, not an unhealthy one or whatever, but you're just an attachment to, the people I love, the people in my life, and I don't want to see them leave town and stuff like that. I be begging them or whatever, but some of them do, slip out. Well, anyway, and but I just want to know, like, what are these men saying? And I've never been in that type of environment, right? So I've never like not known or seen who the hell I'm dating or whatever. I've never even been on a blind date, you know, none of that type of shit, right? And so, one, but for the environment she was in, she wouldn't have met a damn fool like this, a swindler, right? But get around the environment. What the fuck are these men saying? And what do you find attractive, or still would find attractive if he's asking you to buy this, do this, that, and third, and then or a nigga begging? I don't find nothing about that attractive. That is a turn off immediately. Okay? And I used to tell Yvette that, I mean, like, oh my gosh. And this girl, this is not no bad looking girl. She's okay. But this is so, I mean, I've never understood that. And my friends be, teasing me, especially when I always, um, be talking to. He said, baby, you got a rent bill, you got a light bill, and you got an Angie bill. That's just something I just never encountered. Nobody asking me for shit. I mean, I don't even let nobody to play with me like that because my emotions, I mean, I don't have a lot in the gray area. It's either black or white. You play with me talking about you gonna give me this, you gonna buy me this, what I get, I'm turned off. You already in the friend zone. I don't want to play like that. I know I laugh a lot and I have a good time, but I'm very serious. And like I said, I don't have nothing. I don't have a lot in the gray area. Either I'm very serious or I'm, tripping and having a good time. But I think that is that's crazy. And like, and who, baby, who is your parents that they didn't tell you that this isn't what you have to do? And she had made a comment. She was like, she said something within the story. She was like, she found that like if she talked, I guess maybe talk back to a man or whatever she said, then she'd be afraid that the man will stop talking to her or the man will stop liking her, something like that. I have to go back and listen. I'm like, what? If that's the case, then you don't need to talk to him. And it's so crazy that I've heard Yvette say something similar. Because I was telling her, I was like, girl, you don't have to do that. You don't, or do this or this or that. She'd be like, no, because he going to stop messing with me. He going to stop talking to me. I go, what? Who gives a fuck? I'm just trying to understand. My type would understand who I am and accept me and all my flaws, right? That would be my type. So he already know I'm gonna talk shit about certain things. He already knows that. That's what I said a long, 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 long time ago. I have to be with a man that's stronger than me. Because I'm easily turned off. And here's the thing. I don't tell you when I'm turned off. I don't tell you when, something is a problem. I don't, usually tell you when something is wrong or whatever. I just deal with it. But most people can get a read off me and they can tell if there's something wrong and you the cause of it. But this is so sad. That's why we're gonna have to do. Lord have mercy. When I say we're, I'm not talking about. Well, I guess you can, you know, tote back a message to however you mentor or who you mentor or what have you, you know, who you give advice to or whatever. That this is unacceptable behavior out of a young lady and a man. Your self-worth, there's no price you can put on it. Your self-worth always has to be more than your net worth. You know, the way you value yourself, you know, that's just crazy to me. And a lot of stuff, and when I tell you, a lot of situations and things that I be like, you know, reaching for my neck because I'm appalled, you know, that's because I try to stay out of those types of environments. I try not to deal with those type of people. I mean, that is like that goes way back since I've been in a in the dating game. And I remember when I was like 19, this dude told me romance without finance is a nuisance. He said, baby, you bad. Don't let nobody fuck you over. I've always, you know, I knew that. Nobody was going to do that anyway. But like I said, I value information I get from men, especially information I get from a man that I perceive as being strong and smart and, you know, just an ideal person, you know, one of those perfect people, um, you know, good people. You know what I'm saying? I just love them because I love what they stand for, and they don't be on no bipolar shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this: you can't say that you a good person or a nice person when you're being selective who you are good or who you're nice to. And I'm not saying being good to somebody that's um, bad to you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you initially be good and be nice to everybody until they give you a reason not to be. You know? I don't like that fake ass shit. I don't like that fake ass hypocrisy. You have a bunch of people, you know, saying this, that, and the third, pointing out bullshit about somebody, but not pointing out that same bullshit about their friend or loved one. I don't like shit like that. You have people that will literally talk about a situation and have somebody that they're cool with inflicting that same situation on somebody else. Like, what? That's some fake ass, hypocritical shit. You are a walking contradiction. You know, and that's why I be welcoming evals about me. I be welcoming people's opinion on about me because I need to know what I need to address. You know, and is there anything that I have an explanation for that a person might not understand? Because I can understand how you know, you may get me wrong or whatever. 'Cause I'm not, and to the outside, I'm not a simple person or an easy person, right? But to those that know me, they know that. They know that I am. I just um, have a whole bunch of rules and regulations that guides me and governs me. I have my own doctrine, constitution, my own shit, you know. So, but I think that whoever we're talking to, we have to stress the part about their self-worth, and it just amazes me, and I mean, I can appreciate my parents and my family keeping us in healthy shit, like programs and things of that nature, activities in healthy environments. And raising up, they raised us as a child and an adult at the same time, if you can understand what I'm saying. While allowing us to be children and raising us as kids, they also raised us as though we were adults. You can understand that, minus the sex conversations. They gave us none of that. They ain't never said nothing inappropriate around us, even when we got over that hump of, you know, being mature, right? 18, 19, 20. They ain't never talk dirty or say any kind of, you gave us. Yeah, now I've heard a lot of people say, their parents, their mama say, if you gonna come in late, you better come in with something. I ain't never heard no shit like that. And from my family. And from the family of a lot of my friends. You know? Is this, and people get the perception, as I'm trying to say, that, oh, we don't have no problems, oh, we perfect. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is being raised like I was is completely normal. And you know how I know? Because I know a lot of people that was raised the same way. Now, when we, you know, decide to ditch the way that we were raised every now and then to make a mistake or to do or to do something deliberate, then that's not what I'm talking about. They also told us how to get back on track and not to do nothing deliberate. You know, I mean, we were raised in the church. And well, you know what? Let me take that back, because I'm gonna give that meaning, that saying, a new meaning. Raised in the church. I want to apply that to pastors, kids, and people, and children, and people that were at church morning, noon, and night. Okay, people that can, as a child, that can quote that Bible, understand that Bible as though they wrote it themselves. So I want to change that. So I wasn't raised in the church, okay, but we went to church every Sunday and sometimes during the week. So I want to put it like that, because I believe that being raised in the church, I believe that type of special dedication requires a special meaning, right? Those people are, you know, um, that's a different dedication that should be, recognized. And I recognize it as a good thing, Um, and let me also say this, due to my people picking process. I don't have, you know, friends that are saved that's playing with the Lord and being hypocritical and a walking contradiction. You know, it's a bunch of church people that are just like that you can point out in this sector. Y'all said it, so what? Fuck it. You know, so I do have saved friends, and you know what? They are living up to, I believe, what being saved means. I'm not saying they don't make mistakes, but they're not deliberately trying to harm or hurt or be malicious to nobody. Not doing that. They're not making excuses for the ones that they, fuck with and condemn the ones that they don't. You know, a lot of Bible thumpers do that. And I told you a long time ago, I used to be afraid of cussing out people who are saved or going off on them or beating their ass because I respect the religion so much. And although I may not act like it or whatever because of how, you people might view it, baby, I love the Lord, and you can't tell me that I'm not one of his bodyguards as if he need one. I don't know about playing with him. I don't like nobody trying to make a fool out of him. I don't like nobody using that Bible to support the foolishness they like to do. I don't like nobody doing all of that. And I tend to find you a little crazy when you do that. You know that's coming. I tend to find you a little crazy. And definitely you definitely full of shit. And I told you how that Walker husband did. Like, when he see there's nothing working, he gonna pretend he gonna put on one of them suits that I picked out. Act like he's going to church. Go in and out the door 50 times so I can see him. And my mama used to laugh because he had been had a beer in his hand and smoking a damn cigarette. Like, that's crazy to me. He was full of shit. He try to run that change game and then get to that, find that one part in the Bible about I'm supposed to submit. Don't know no other verse or nothing else about the Bible. He just knows that part. Well, get out of here with that. That's what I'm talking about. I would be, yeah, and like when Josephine and I was up there on that panel that night, and we were talking about how we don't run into no black Trump supporters and stuff like that, right? And she couldn't believe it and all of that. And I had to tell her, I said, honey, listen, what you're going to have to realize about this sector, that it is special, and put it like that. And you're going to find any and everything in it. No, we don't know outside of this. We don't know no goddamn black Trump supporters. Look at the type of people you hang around away from here. They would never support nobody with that ideology as Trump has. They would see right through their BS because they're smart, right through his BS because they're smart enough to do so. You know? So you're gonna you have to look at the Bible thumpers right here in a different light. Like I said, I don't know nobody playing with the Lord, playing with the Bible and all that. I don't know nobody like that. They don't do that. The ones that turn their life over, because I had some baby used to raise a whole boy used to raise some hell, baby, was off the chain, and she changed. She a whole new different person, and she ain't doing, you know, bad things and saying bad things and participating in bad things with nobody. She ain't doing that. And she don't have one set of rules for her friends and family and another set of rules for, you know, others. She don't have she ain't doing none of that. She not cheating on her taxes. You know, she's not um fornicating and shit. Because a lot of them Bible thumpers, they will do that. Them two things. Run to the church every Sunday, all this whatever, and then be shacking it up. And when tax time come, claiming other people's children. You know, so, so yeah, you have to, you know, and when once you separate where you are, you'll stop being shocked. You expect the worst. Now, I wish I had somebody, and that's what people say in church. Yeah, it is what it is. I ain't make it. It is what it is. No, but, where did I get off to? Oh, but anyway, my point is, this girl had a people picking process. In my opinion, she wouldn't be online on the Facebook dating thing. And if she was, and if she so happened to take a chance on somebody, the first sign that this dude ain't right for her, that should be the last sign, because she should be out of there. It don't make no damn sense to me. Um, Also, and oh my God, I'm loving my timeline because it's finally like being flushed with the you know anything that's not you know just my type of stuff, put it like that. I and I hadn't heard about this, but apparently about a year ago it was this lady that was on a date. I was going on a date, and the dude took her to the Cheesecake Factory, and she was appalled and everything because he took her there, and you know she thinks she's all this and all that and whatever. And I been, you know, I be like, what is going through your mind when you think you all this and all that? And a lot of people so dumb they think that being all this and all that. It just has something to do with your outside. No, fool. If you all this and all that, and especially if you're gonna attach you a boss bitch to it, baby, that resume needs to support that. And to be fair, part of your resume is your outside, the way you look, the way you dress. It's also your IQ. It's your resume. The resume of you, honey. And I'm like, girl, you ain't all that. You okay. You in the category with the most of us. You know, we okay. You know? So, like, and it looked like you know, can benefit from going out there running. Like, girl, like, stop. I don't like all that. You know, I don't like all that. There's nothing wrong with being confident in the way you look. There's nothing wrong with being confident in your IQ, in your fucking, you know. There's nothing wrong with being confident about your resume, the resume of you. There's nothing wrong with that. I champion it and I damn sure support it. I damn sure will hit you with it. You know, but that's not something I lead with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. Yeah, that's just not something I lead with. Um, I don't. You know, I'm just gonna be careful because on my dad and them side we did a photo. Um, I'm not going into that, but anyway, it's like when I take photos, I just be trying to be, look okay. You know what I'm saying? I just be trying to look okay. I'm not taking photos. I'm not no thirst photos, and photos trying to be cute or all that type of shit. And they be making them little strange stands and all that old ghetto shit. I don't be trying to do all of that. And I have friends that do the same. We're just taking a picture. We want to make sure we look okay. You know, it's just, but how she was doing it, she was, take something like this to Cheesecake Factory. First of all, there's nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. I understand that it's part of a franchise, but you got to realize that a lot of people don't know all of the rules and shit. So and when they don't, there's no um reason to be all rude and nasty to them. If you are with them, then that's a teaching moment. However, I like to be in situations where I can teach and then I can learn. I like people to be able to teach me something back too. I don't like no motherfucker I gotta teach you everything. Show every goddamn thing. As we ladies would call them, projects. I got a whole project with your ass. You know? But, I've been to blind menu restaurants. I've been to all different kind of restaurants. On dates. And she's acting like she too all of that to go to a motherfucking um Cheesecake Factory. As if she knows the rules. Well, if she knew the rules, she would know that you don't go on no date with no braids. How about that? Especially your first date with a person you don't know. You don't show up with no damn braids. How about that? And if I'm not mistaken, did she have on, I don't know what kind of lipstick. I'm I have a whole issue with people, the colors of people lipstick anyway. That's something else. How about that though? You all this and that and whatever, and you got braids in your hair, the plait ones. The fuck? How about that later? So I don't wanna. It was several people that I saw that was dragging her. I apparently missed that, but yeah. You know the rules and all this, and it's a chain restaurant, whatever. And there's a lot of, and I got friends that get all beside themselves about chain restaurants and shit. But honey, like, girl, bye.